What is the potential for Shib Inu? We've obviously had a lot of drama with the Shibarium network, and Shib Inu price is down a lot, but where could Shib Inu actually go? Could we see Shib Inu explode back up to the all-time highs? What can we expect for Shib Inu? Let's dive into that today in this video. When we take a look at Shib Inu right now, you guys can see Shib Inu's not doing so great. Yes, we're up right now over the past day. We're up basically almost 2% over the past 24 hours. And we actually go ahead and take a look at Shib Inu over, for example, a 7-day. You can see right now, 7-day only up 0.5%, less than 0.5% basically. On 1 month, Shib Inu is down 11%. And on a 1-year chart, Shib Inu is down a dramatic 34%, guys. This is not great news for Shib Inu right now. Might be wondering, well, what's going on and how can we recover from this? Well, first of all, I think it's important for us to note that where the Shib Inu price has been. So this is Shib Inu price longer term here, looking all the way back to 2021 here on this chart. You can see Shib Inu price originally was obviously very low, and we're actually getting pretty close, which is not great, but we're getting pretty close to where those levels are right now. We're actually basically at the same pricing. You can see our levels currently over here, and then if we go back to before the major run for Shib Inu, pricing is about the same as to where it was before that major run. And then obviously we had the explosive growth of Shib Inu price going up and then coming back down since then. So what's going on with Shib Inu, right? Obviously we are down dramatically. We are basically hitting 2-year lows right now. It is rough for Shib Inu, but I think this could be a good thing, right? And what I mean by that is obviously if you've already bought in, that hurts. It sucks to be down. But if you're looking to buy Shib Inu, if you want a dollar cost average, you want to buy more Shib Inu, or maybe been waiting to buy Shib Inu, right now could be a good buy opportunity. Of course, not financial advice, but when you look at this right now, right? We're getting very, very close to hitting the all-time, or I shouldn't say the all-time lows, the lows since 2021 for Shib Inu, basically 2-year lows. When we're looking at that, that probably means that there's probably a price floor somewhere in there where you can expect to see a rebound in price for Shib Inu, which is something that we're kind of seeing bounce up and down a little bit right here. Obviously, we've gotten basically at this level before. We bounced up, come back down. So we've seen some of this price action where the price goes down, back up, but kind of is bouncing off of basically this level that we're at right now. Now, of course, it could always go lower, but this is good for us to see because this shows a strong support level, basically where the pricing is right now for Shib Inu, which means, in my opinion, that Shib Inu has a lot of potential. Now, when we go ahead and look, we have articles like this one, for example. Shib forecasted to rise 1,800%. That is massive increases. You're basically looking at an 18x in price based on what this article is discussing. And basically what they talk about is similar to what I'm saying, is that we haven't seen this price so low since 2021. And apparently there's actually a group that is predicting that Shib Inu price could explode. This is the Digital Coin Price, which apparently is a company specializing on-chain metrics and price forecasting. Here's basically what they're predicting. So by 2029, they're predicting a price that could be roughly 600% higher than what we're looking at right now. When you look at 2030, you're looking at 900%, almost a 10x from where we are right now. 2031, you go even higher, all the way out to 2032, which, yes, it is a ways off in the future, right? This is not next year they're predicting. They're predicting this longer term in the future, but you're looking at an 18x here, basically. Now, personally, I think we could see a major movement for Shib Inu even sooner than that. What do I mean by that? Well, Shib Inu obviously is one of the larger meme coins. You can see on these trending pages, pretty much every single time that we look at a top trending cryptocurrency list, Shib Inu is on that list. We also see things like obviously Bitcoin, Ethereum, some of these different big cryptocurrencies also always there, Dogecoin, things of that nature. Pepe showing up again, Terminal Classic, another cryptocurrency that I've been covering for quite some time. But as we can see with Shib Inu, we have seen that this community is so strong. And so while our price is low, again, we were at this price before. It's not like we've never been this low before. We've been in this price range here before. And yet after that, we saw absolutely explosive growth with the price going up absolutely insane. What is that? Basically 100x in price. Massive explosions for the price of Shib Inu. So for us to look at this and say, okay, well, yes, we're down quite a bit right now, but Shib Inu could explode again. Shib Inu has had explosive growth before. We could do it again. And that's, I think, something that maybe this company is undervaluing here is the strength of the Shib Inu community, the power of this ShibArmy, because we've seen this explosive growth, right? This growth that we saw for Shib Inu where the price ended up basically being down in these levels. And to be clear, it was down in these levels for months. It didn't just come back after a day. This is a multi-month period where it was down at these levels. So it shouldn't freak us out that much if the price stays at these levels that we're at right now for multiple months. We had this low price and then we just absolutely exploded the price, made Shib Inu one of the top cryptocurrencies out there, period. right? We have so much power as the SHIB community, as the SHIB army, and I think we could see something similar again. I think we need to value ourselves, right? Give us the value that we have, because we can do a lot, right? We're looking at some of these other things, and yes, they are disappointing. For example, here's the SHIB burn, the number of bones being accumulated to be burned for Shibarium. This is something that's been disappointing for so many people, including myself. I had such high hopes for Shibarium. I thought Shibarium was going to burn so much Shib Inu, but then we go ahead and we look at, okay, how much is actually being burned? We can see these different transactions. Transactions today, only 15,000 on the Shibarium network. Very low compared to what it used to be. When we look at the bone accumulated, I believe this is the total amount of bone accumulated for the Shibarium network so far. You can see 43 cents of dollar value. 43 cents of dollar value worth of bone has been accumulated to be burned, but you have to meet this threshold. That's what this box over here says. Transactions needed to reach $25,000. What is that, you might be wondering? Well, in order for them to actually burn, they have to first accumulate $25,000 worth of value before they'll do a single burn. So even though there's, let's say this had $5 in it, right? They're not going to burn the $5. It has to hit $25,000 before they do a burn. In order for us to hit that, you're looking at, what are we looking at here? What is that? 4.6 trillion transactions before we can get a single burn for only $25,000. That is insane. Right now, we've seen just about 3 million transactions for the Shibarium network, which is not nothing, right? This is definitely a network out there that has some potential, but I think a lot of people are realizing, wait a second, what is the value to Shib? Are they just taking advantage of the Shib community? Because when this thing launched, you could see the transaction value just started going up and up and up and up. We peaked at basically 200,000 transactions a day, and then immediately just dropped off, and now we're under 50,000 transactions a day. And I think there's a lot of people coming to terms with the fact that they're not really burning as much Shib as we wanted. This is something that a lot of people wanted to see as value going to Shib, because if they did this correctly, we've done the math on this channel. You guys can check out those videos if you haven't already. They could be burning tens of thousands of dollars of Shib basically every single day instead of maybe once every few hundred years. I mean, this is ridiculous, guys. And so this is causing a lot of frustration, right? And this is contributing. I shouldn't say it's causing, it's contributing towards these low points for Shib Inu, because people had such high expectations for this. And now those expectations have been crushed. People are raising, wait a second, this is not going to happen. It's not even a reasonable amount. You're looking at basically 1/1 billionth of a penny being burned with every transaction. It's nothing. Right? It's not what people wanted to see. But it's important for us to remember that Shib Inu, the SHIB army, was strong before Shibarium, and it's going to be strong after Shibarium. It's still going to be here. Shibarium does not define us. Shibarium was something that could have added value, and it's a missed opportunity in my opinion. They could always change in the future and make it better and save that opportunity. But for right now, it is a missed opportunity, and that stinks. There's no denying that stinks, but that doesn't mean Shib Inu is done. Shib Inu has so much potential. The SHIB community is so strong. And as this other article shows, there's companies out there that are projecting Shib Inu price could absolutely explode. I don't know if we're going to go that crazy, but I think we do have a lot of potential. And so if you're bullish for the future of Shib Inu and maybe even Shibarium making a comeback, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to the channel down below. If you haven't seen the math behind what the Shibarium burns could actually be, check out this video up here, and I'll catch you all in the next one.